Now, we've been dealing lately with the Twin Towers and the events on that day. Now, there are some pernicious people, very, very wicked people, that are dismissing the eyewitnesses. We're not talking about those whom the government brought along, we're talking about the eyewitnesses that declared, along with the media, that the buildings were exploded. I don't care what Judy Wood or any booker else says. These were true men and women, and even the media had to admit that the buildings exploded. And there was that much explosive material in them, and all the weight of the building, that indeed an awful lot of it was turned to dust, crushed. The rest of it, there's piles and piles. It took weeks to get rid of, but it was quickly gotten rid of because nobody of the government wanted anybody to discover the evidence that was there sitting right in front of them, that these buildings had been taken down deliberately. And of course all the firemen in the buildings saw the lava of molten steel melting. Where's your pigging ray gun there? It is wicked to treat this subject as people are doing, as a game. A simple game. It's not a game. This is a very, very serious subject. Many hundreds died that day, and relatives and friends are still suffering, and of course workers are still suffering, people are still suffering, people are still dying from the things that came out that day. Basically the material, the toxic material that came from the buildings is still killing people. And the media has sought to cover it up, the government has sought to cover it up, and they've never done it ever since, because they came unstuck, as they did in 1993 when they tried to take down the first tower. Remember, they employed those Muslims to plant flour, and the Muslims thought it was flour. And then were surprised, absolutely shocked, when they discovered afterwards, when it all blew up the basement, that the security services had given them live material. And then of course you see, oh, Muslims, and everybody's going, oh, Muslims. They were set up, patsies, total patsies, like Lee Harvey Oswald. They never fired a pigging gun, never fired a rifle, never fired a shot, nothing. Security services did Kennedy in. Now we're to deal with Building 7. I've been asked to speak a little on this. Well, Judy would say, well, you know, it was zoomed into and exploded by radio waves. Seismic, supersonic, you name it, waves that brought it down. Okay? Not according to the firemen. Not according to the witnesses. Oh, but Judy Wood's rules. Dustification, she says. There it is, it proves it. Well, you can get dustification if you plant enough pigging explosives. And what is more, there's not one of us outside the military that knows what the military has got explosive wise. Oh, there are some people out here who say, yeah, well, you got TNT and you got the Thermite and you got this and you got that. Well, you got more than what we're actually aware of. Absolutely. There is stuff that the military has that we have no knowledge of. And I'll give you the proof of one point of that. For 10 years, a decade, the stealth bomber was flying around and people were reporting UFO, oh, blah, 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 and he was a stealth picking bomber. But because they'd never been introduced to the stealth bomber, because it was under wraps, nobody knew it was there, nobody had seen it, when they did see it in the night sky, they took it as a UFO. Of course, it is a UFO to them. That is an unidentified flying object, because they haven't got the picking knowledge that this is from the military. They immediately, therefore, think it's from outer space. But of course, the term UFO is appropriate, because it was an unidentified flying object to those people. I'll come back in a second.